I think we could agree it's been a crazy year for everyone. And we here at Latrobe Auto Group want you to know that we're in this together and we're here for you. Hi everyone, I'm Wendy Hyrak and I'm the finance manager here at the dealership. During the past year, we've all seen some pretty crazy things. Maybe your credit's been affected by some of those things. You should know that no matter what your credit situation is, great credit, good credit, bad credit, or no credit, Latrobe Auto Group wants to be your dealer and we specialize in credit challenges. Our credit team is just waiting to put you in a new car or truck that will start building your credit today and get you moving in the right direction. No matter what you've heard, our lot is stocked with new, pre-owned and certified pre-owned cars and trucks. Vehicles that not only fall in line with the bank's parameters, but your budget. So whatever's been holding you back, put it aside, come on in, and together we can make it happen.
Hi, I'm Chris Beddick, agent for State Farm Insurance, located conveniently on Route 981 here in Latrobe. We proudly offer auto, home, renters, life, and small business insurance since 2001. Need a good neighbor? Chris Beddick is there. Go Wildcats!
Hello, I'm Maria Graziano Bickerstaff, President of the Greater Latrobe Partners in Education Foundation. The foundation ensures the highest level of education innovation supporting GLSD students, faculty, and staff. The foundation strives to provide educational opportunities for all students in grades K through 12. We believe students should have what they need to reach their full potential. Give, build, grow. Every student, every day.
It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood to stop at Hotel Loyal Pizza in the heart of downtown Latrobe on Ligonier Street. Since opening our doors in 1953, Hotel Loyal Pizza has proudly served the Latrobe area. From pizza, sandwiches, sides, salads, and so much more. Whether you're taking out or dining in, our menu has something for everyone. As if the company here wasn't enough to stop in, try one bite of our highly acclaimed pizza and you're sure to be hooked. Visit our website at hotelloyalpizza.com or call us at 724-537-3741. And remember to support our 2023 Gridiron Wildcats. Go Cats!
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Wildcat Den. LHTC Media Crew bringing you tonight's game.
Short notice, preparing for a good team like this isn't easy, but this is our style of basketball.
Greater Latrobe starts out the evening with a pin from Palmer Airport in Latrobe, live streamed by LHTC Media.
You've been watching the Wildcat Network on LHTC Media.
Valley Dairy Restaurants. You never had it so good. For breakfast, lunch, dinner, legendary ice cream. In Latrobe, the Valley Dairy Restaurant on Colony Lane. Go Wildcats!
I'm proud to work with an organization that's known across the state, that's reputable. Adelphi is a place to have ample opportunities for promotion. There's nothing that Adelphi won't do for you personally and professionally. Come on in.
Hi, I'm Jason Brinker, and this is my family, Hannah, Charlotte, and Stephen, and we welcome you to Lepatich Brinker Funeral Home.
Located on the corner of Weldon Street and Lincoln Avenue, we've been family-owned and operated and serving Latrobe and beyond since 1958. Whether you're pre-planning your own arrangements or celebrating a loved one's life well lived, we offer traditional and green burials, cremation, and aftercare services. Allow our family to walk with yours on one of life's most difficult journeys.
Lepatich Brinker Funeral Home, where dignity prevails.
I am the swiftest creature alive. I can make it. I will make it.
That's where we come in. The Collision Shop by Jason Mignon is your one-stop shop for all things auto body repair. Our experienced technicians and state-of-the-art facilities have you covered. Body repairs, refinishing, glass replacement, and more. Our friendly office staff is happy to assist you through every step of your vehicle's repair process. Visit thecollisionshopbyjason.com for our complete list of services.
Welcome to Ligonier Valley Learning Center Incorporated, where little hands do big things. For 38 years, Latrobe Kinder School has provided a continuum of quality services which promotes the emotional, behavioral, educational, and physical development of children. We've used a research-based curriculum that will help your child grow academically and socially. Guidance from our expert teachers, combined with our state-of-the-art play areas, will build your child's brains and bodies. Latrobe Kinder School provides high-quality pre-K education for 3 and 4-year-old children at no cost to qualifying families through the pre-K counts. Our enrollment is always open. Visit our website, LigonierValleyLearningCenter.com, to apply today.
Do you reward your staff like this?
Hey Pat, got a minute? Sure. I just want to stop by and give this to you 12 months in a row. You the man. You the man.
Thanks.
Or do you treat your staff like champions?
Hey Pat, you got a minute? Sure. Just wanted to say thanks again for all your great work. I wanted to stop by and give you this.
Yes!
Who's the man?
I'm the man!
You the man.
I'm the champion!
Congratulations, sales champ.
Woo! Yeah, I know.
Sales champion.
I love my boss.
Treat your staff like champions. Contact Wildcat Championship Belts today.
I think we can agree it's been a crazy year for everyone. And we here at Latrobe Auto Group want you to know that we're in this together and we're here for you. Hi everyone, I'm Wendy Hyrak and I'm the finance manager here at the dealership. During the past year, we've all seen some pretty crazy things. Maybe your credit's been affected by some of those things. You should know that no matter what your credit situation is, great credit, good credit, bad credit, or no credit, Latrobe Auto Group wants to be your dealer and we specialize in credit challenges. Our credit team is just waiting to put you in a new car or truck that will start building your credit today and get you moving in the right direction. No matter what you've heard, our lot is stocked with new, pre-owned, and certified pre-owned cars and trucks. Vehicles that not only fall in line with the bank's parameters, but your budget. So whatever's been holding you back, put it aside, come on in, and together we can make it happen.
Hi, I'm Chris Beddick, agent for State Farm Insurance, located conveniently on Route 981 here in Latrobe. We proudly offer auto, home, renters, life, and small business insurance since 2001. Need a good neighbor? Chris Beddick is there. Go Wildcats!
Hello, I'm Maria Graziano Bickerstaff, President of the Greater Latrobe Partners in Education Foundation. The foundation ensures the highest level of education innovation supporting GLSD students, faculty, and staff. The foundation strives to provide educational opportunities for all students in grades K through 12. We believe students should have what they need to reach their full potential. Give, build, grow. Every student, every day.
It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood to stop at Hotel Loyal Pizza in the heart of downtown Latrobe on Ligonier Street. Since opening our doors in 1953, Hotel Loyal Pizza has proudly served the Latrobe area. From pizza, sandwiches, sides, salads, and so much more. Whether you're taking out or dining in, our menu has something for everyone. As if the company here wasn't enough to stop in, try one bite of our highly acclaimed pizza and you're sure to be hooked. Visit our website at hotelloyalpizza.com or call us at 724-537-3741. And remember to support our 2023 Gridiron Wildcats. Go Cats!
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Wildcat Den. LHTC Media Crew bringing you tonight's game.
Short notice, preparing for a good team like this isn't easy, but this is our style of basketball.
Greater Latrobe starts out the evening with a pin. The Palmer Airport in Latrobe, live streamed by LHTC Media.
You've been watching the Wildcat Network on LHTC Media.
Valley Dairy Restaurants. You never had it so good. For breakfast, lunch, dinner, legendary ice cream. In Latrobe, the Valley Dairy Restaurant on Colony Lane. Go Wildcats!
I'm proud to work with an organization that's known across the state, that's reputable. Adelphi is a place to have ample opportunities for promotion. There's nothing that Adelphi won't do for you personally and professionally. Come on in.
Hi, I'm Jason Brinker, and this is my family, Hannah, Charlotte, and Stephen, and we welcome you to Latrobe Brinker Funeral Home.
Located on the corner of Weldon Street and Lincoln Avenue, we've been family-owned and operated and serving Latrobe and beyond since 1958. Whether you're pre-planning your own arrangements or celebrating a loved one's life well lived, we offer traditional and green burials, cremation, and aftercare services. Allow our family to walk with yours on one of life's most difficult journeys.
Latrobe Brinker Funeral Home, where dignity prevails.
I am the swiftest creature alive. I can make it. I will make it.
That's where we come in. The Collision Shop by Jason Mignon is your one-stop shop for all things auto body repair. Our experienced technicians and state-of-the-art facilities have you covered. Body repairs, refinishing, glass replacement, and more. Our friendly office staff is happy to assist you through every step of your vehicle's repair process. Visit thecollisionshopbyjason.com for our complete list of services.
Welcome to Ligonier Valley Learning Center Incorporated, where little hands do big things. For 38 years, Latrobe Kinder School has provided a continuum of quality services which promotes the emotional, behavioral, educational, and physical development of children. We've used a research-based curriculum that will help your child grow academically and socially. Guidance from our expert teachers, combined with our state-of-the-art play areas, will build your child's brains and bodies. Latrobe Kinder School provides high-quality pre-K education for 3- and 4-year-old children at no cost to qualifying families through the pre-K counts. Our enrollment is always open. Visit our website, LigonierValleyLearningCenter.com, to apply today.
Do you reward your staff like this?
Hey Pat, got a minute? Sure. I just want to stop by and give this to you 12 months in a row. You the man. You the man.
Thanks.
Or do you treat your staff like champions?
Hey Pat, you got a minute?
Sure.
Just wanted to say thanks again for all your great work. I want to stop by and give you this.
Yes!
Who's the man?
I'm the man!
You the man.
I'm the champion!
Congratulations, sales champ.
Woo! Yeah, I know.
Sales champion.
I love my boss.
Treat your staff like champions. Contact Wildcat Championship Belts today.
I think we can agree it's been a crazy year for everyone. And we here at Latrobe Auto Group want you to know that we're in this together and we're here for you. Hi everyone, I'm Wendy Hyrak and I'm the finance manager here at the dealership. During the past year, we've all seen some pretty crazy things. Maybe your credit's been affected by some of those things. You should know that no matter what your credit situation is, great credit, good credit, bad credit, or no credit, Latrobe Auto Group wants to be your dealer and we specialize in credit challenges. Our credit team is just waiting to put you in a new car or truck that will start building your credit today and get you moving in the right direction. No matter what you've heard, our lot is stocked with new, pre-owned, and certified pre-owned cars and trucks. Vehicles that not only fall in line with the bank's parameters, but your budget. So whatever's been holding you back, put it aside, come on in, and together we can make it happen.
Hi, I'm Chris Beddick, agent for State Farm Insurance, located conveniently on Route 981 here in Latrobe. We proudly offer auto, home, renters, life, and small business insurance since 2001. Need a good neighbor? Chris Beddick is there. Go Wildcats!
Hello, I'm Maria Graziano Bickerstaff, President of the Greater Latrobe Partners in Education Foundation. The foundation ensures the highest level of education innovation supporting GLSD students, faculty, and staff. The foundation strives to provide educational opportunities for all students in grades K through 12. We believe students should have what they need to reach their full potential. Give, build, grow. Every student, every day.
It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood to stop at Hotel Loyal Pizza in the heart of downtown Latrobe on Ligonier Street. Since opening our doors in 1953, Hotel Loyal Pizza has proudly served the Latrobe area. From pizza, sandwiches, sides, salads, and so much more. Whether you're taking out or dining in, our menu has something for everyone. As if the company here wasn't enough, to stop in, try one bite of our highly acclaimed pizza, and you're sure to be hooked. Visit our website at hotelloyalpizza.com or call us at 724-537-3741. And remember to support our 2023 Gridiron Wildcats. Go Cats!
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Wildcat Den. LHTC Media Crew bringing you tonight's game.
Short notice, preparing for a good team like this isn't easy, but this is our style of basketball.
Greater Latrobe starts out the evening with a pin from Palmer Airport in Latrobe, live streamed by LHTC Media.
You've been watching the Wildcat Network on LHTC Media.
Valley Dairy Restaurants. You never had it so good. For breakfast, lunch, dinner, legendary ice cream. In Latrobe, the Valley Dairy Restaurant on Colony Lane. Go Wildcats!
I'm proud to work with an organization that's known across the state, that's reputable. Adelphi is a place to have ample opportunities for promotion. There's nothing that Adelphi won't do for you personally and professionally. Come on in.
Hi, I'm Jason Brinker, and this is my family, Hannah, Charlotte, and Stephen, and we welcome you to Latrobe Brinker Funeral Home.
Located on the corner of Weldon Street and Lincoln Avenue, we've been family-owned and operated and serving Latrobe and beyond since 1958. Whether you're pre-planning your own arrangements or celebrating a loved one's life well lived, we offer traditional and green burials, cremation, and aftercare services. Allow our family to walk with yours on one of life's most difficult journeys.
Latrobe Brinker Funeral Home, where dignity prevails.
I am the swiftest creature alive. I can make it. I will make it.
That's where we come in. The Collision Shop by Jason Mignon is your one-stop shop for all things auto body repair. Our experienced technicians and state-of-the-art facilities have you covered. Body repairs, refinishing, glass replacement, and more. Our friendly office staff is happy to assist you through every step of your vehicle's repair process. Visit thecollisionshopbyjason.com for our complete list of services.
Welcome to Ligonier Valley Learning Center Incorporated, where little hands do big things. For 38 years, Latrobe Kinder School has provided a continuum of quality services which promotes the emotional, behavioral, educational, and physical development of children. We've used a research-based curriculum that will help your child grow academically and socially. Guidance from our expert teachers, combined with our state-of-the-art play areas, will build your child's brains and bodies. Latrobe Kinder School provides high-quality pre-K education for 3 and 4-year-old children at no cost to qualifying families through the pre-K counts. Our enrollment is always open. Visit our website, LigonierValleyLearningCenter.com, to apply today.
Do you reward your staff like this?
Hey Pat, got a minute? Sure. I just want to stop by and give this to you 12 months in a row. You the man. You the man.
Thanks.
Or do you treat your staff like champions?
Hey Pat, you got a minute?
Sure.
Just wanted to say thanks again for all your great work. I want to stop by and give you this.
Yes!
Who's the man?
I'm the man!
You the man.
I'm the champion!
Congratulations, sales champ.
Woo! Yeah, I know.
Sales champion.
I love my boss.
Treat your staff like champions. Contact Wildcat Championship Belts today.
I think we can agree it's been a crazy year for everyone. And we here at Latrobe Auto Group want you to know that we're in this together and we're here for you. Hi everyone, I'm Wendy Hyrak and I'm the finance manager here at the dealership. During the past year, we've all seen some pretty crazy things. Maybe your credit's been affected by some of those things. You should know that no matter what your credit situation is, great credit, good credit, bad credit, or no credit, Latrobe Auto Group wants to be your dealer and we specialize in credit challenges. Our credit team is just waiting to put you in a new car or truck that will start building your credit today and get you moving in the right direction. No matter what you've heard, our lot is stocked with new, pre-owned, and certified pre-owned cars and trucks. Vehicles that not only fall in line with the bank's parameters, but your budget. So whatever's been holding you back, put it aside, come on in, and together we can make it happen.
Hi, I'm Chris Beddick, agent for State Farm Insurance, located conveniently on Route 981 here in Latrobe. We proudly offer auto, home, renters, life, and small business insurance since 2001. Need a good neighbor? Chris Beddick is there. Go Wildcats!
Hello, I'm Maria Graziano Bickerstaff, President of the Greater Latrobe Partners in Education Foundation. The foundation ensures the highest level of education innovation supporting GLSD students, faculty, and staff. The foundation strives to provide educational opportunities for all students in grades K through 12. We believe students should have what they need to reach their full potential. Give, build, grow. Every student, every day.
It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood to stop at Hotel Loyal Pizza in the heart of downtown Latrobe on Ligonier Street. Since opening our doors in 1953, Hotel Loyal Pizza has proudly served the Latrobe area. From pizza, sandwiches, sides, salads, and so much more. Whether you're taking out or dining in, our menu has something for everyone. As if the company here wasn't enough to stop in, try one bite of our highly acclaimed pizza and you're sure to be hooked. Visit our website at hotelloyalpizza.com or call us at 724-537-3741. And remember to support our 2023 Gridiron Wildcats. Go Cats!
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Wildcat Den. LHTC Media Crew bringing you tonight's game.
Short notice, preparing for a good team like this isn't easy, but this is our style of basketball.
Greater Latrobe starts out the evening with a pin from Palmer Airport in Latrobe, live streamed by LHTC Media.
You've been watching the Wildcat Network on LHTC Media.
Valley Dairy Restaurants. You never had it so good. For breakfast, lunch, dinner, legendary ice cream. In Latrobe, the Valley Dairy Restaurant on Colony Lane. Go Wildcats!
I'm proud to work with an organization that's known across the state, that's reputable. Adelphi is a place to have ample opportunities for promotion. There's nothing that Adelphi won't do for you. personally and professionally. Come on in.
Hi, I'm Jason Brinker, and this is my family, Hannah, Charlotte, and Stephen, and we welcome you to Latrobe Brinker Funeral Home.
Located on the corner of Weldon Street and Lincoln Avenue, we've been family-owned and operated and serving Latrobe and beyond since 1958. Whether you're pre-planning your own arrangements or celebrating a loved one's life well lived, we offer traditional and green burials, cremation, and aftercare services. Allow our family to walk with yours on one of life's most difficult journeys.
Latrobe Brinker Funeral Home, where dignity prevails.
I am the swiftest creature alive. I can make it. I will make it.
That's where we come in. A Collision Shop by Jason Mignon is your one-stop shop for all things auto body repair. Our experienced technicians and state-of-the-art facilities have you covered. Body repairs, refinishing, glass replacement, and more. Our friendly office staff is happy to assist you through every step of your vehicle's repair process. Visit thecollisionshopbyjason.com for our complete list of services.
Welcome to Ligonier Valley Learning Center Incorporated, where little hands do big things. For 38 years, Latrobe Kinder School has provided a continuum of quality services which promotes the emotional, behavioral, educational, and physical development of children. We've used a research-based curriculum that will help your child grow academically and socially. Guidance from our expert teachers, combined with our state-of-the-art play areas, will build your child's brains and bodies. Latrobe Kinder School provides high-quality pre-K education for 3 and 4-year-old children at no cost to qualifying families through the pre-K counts. Our enrollment is always open. Visit our website, LigonierValleyLearningCenter.com, to apply today.
Do you reward your staff like this?
Hey Pat, got a minute? Sure. I just want to stop by and give this to you 12 months in a row. You the man. You the man.
Thanks.
Or do you treat your staff like champions?
Hey Pat, you got a minute?
Sure.
Just wanted to say thanks again for all your great work. I want to stop by and give you this.
Yes!
Who's the man?
I'm the man!
You the man.
I'm the champion!
Congratulations, sales champ.
Woo! Yeah, I know.
Sales champion.
I love my boss.
Treat your staff like champions. Contact Wildcat Championship Belts today.
I think we could agree it's been a crazy year for everyone. And we here at Latrobe Auto Group want you to know that we're in this together and we're here for you. Hi everyone, I'm Wendy Hyrak and I'm the finance manager here at the dealership. During the past year, we've all seen some pretty crazy things. Maybe your credit's been affected by some of those things. You should know that no matter what your credit situation is, great credit, good credit, bad credit, or no credit, Latrobe Auto Group wants to be your dealer and we specialize in credit challenges. Our credit team is just waiting to put you in a new car or truck that will start building your credit today and get you moving in the right direction. No matter what you've heard, our lot is stocked with new, pre-owned, and certified pre-owned cars and trucks. Vehicles that not only fall in line with the bank's parameters, but your budget. So whatever's been holding you back, put it aside, come on in, and together we can make it happen.
Hi, I'm Chris Beddick, agent for State Farm Insurance, located conveniently on Route 981 here in Latrobe. We proudly offer auto, home, renters, life, and small business insurance since 2001. Need a good neighbor? Chris Beddick is there. Go Wildcats!
Hello, I'm Maria Graziano Bickerstaff, President of the Greater Latrobe Partners in Education Foundation. The foundation ensures the highest level of education innovation supporting GLSD students, faculty, and staff. The foundation strives to provide educational opportunities for all students in grades K through 12. We believe students should have what they need to reach their full potential. Give, build, grow. Every student, every day.
It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood to stop at Hotel Loyal Pizza in the heart of downtown Latrobe on Ligonier Street. Since opening our doors in 1953, Hotel Loyal Pizza has proudly served the Latrobe area. From pizza, sandwiches, sides, salads, and so much more. Whether you're taking out or dining in, our menu has something for everyone. As if the company here wasn't enough to stop in, try one bite of our highly acclaimed pizza and you're sure to be hooked. Visit our website at hotelloyalpizza.com or call us at 724-537-3741. And remember to support our 2023 Gridiron Wildcats. Go Cats!
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Wildcat Den. LHTC Media Crew bringing you tonight's game.
Short notice, preparing for a good team like this isn't easy, but this is our style of basketball.
Greater Latrobe starts out the evening with a pin from Palmer Airport in Latrobe, live streamed by LHTC Media.
You've been watching the Wildcat Network on LHTC Media.
Valley Dairy Restaurants. You never had it so good. For breakfast, lunch, dinner, legendary ice cream. In Latrobe, the Valley Dairy Restaurant on Colony Lane. Go Wildcats!
I'm proud to work with an organization that's known across the state, that's reputable. Adelphi is a place to have ample opportunities for promotion. There's nothing that Adelphi won't do for you personally and professionally. Come on in.
Hi, I'm Jason Brinker, and this is my family, Hannah, Charlotte, and Stephen, and we welcome you to Lapadich Brinker Funeral Home.
Located on the corner of Weldon Street and Lincoln Avenue, we've been family-owned and operated and serving Latrobe and beyond since 1958. Whether you're pre-planning your own arrangements or celebrating a loved one's life well lived, we offer traditional and green burials, cremation, and aftercare services. Allow our family to walk with yours on one of life's most difficult journeys.
Lapadich Brinker Funeral Home, where dignity prevails.
Hello, folks, and thank you for joining us here this evening on the St. Vincent College pregame show as we get ready for arguably one of the greatest rivalries in WPIAL wrestling. It's Connellsville and Greater Latrobe. Folks, Tristan Bourne alongside me, the veteran and legend, Mr. Mike Dudurich. Mike, thank you so much for joining me here this evening. It's going to be a great wrestling match.
As soon as I saw this on the schedule, I said, well, I got to go to that, whether I'm doing anything or not. I want to see this.
And it will definitely be a great match. So, Mike, the Wildcats right now coming into this game, they are 2-0 in the section. They're 4-2 on the season. Their last match before this one was right here at the Den, a 48-24 win over Hempfield. Now, I'm going to tell you some of the results of some of those matches, and I want you to tell me what comes to your mind. Willichell, pin. Braun, pin. Lucas Braun, pin. Hunter Snyder, pin. Cody Krall, pin. Dom Wood and L. Carr win by fall. These Wildcats right now, Mike, are on a roll.
They are, and they are good. There's no doubt about it, and they'll prove that as we go along. But I had the opportunity this afternoon to sit down with Coach Mark Mears, and we just talked about this year's team, what's ahead next year. He said, we have chances to do things this year. He said, but I have to keep my mind on this year because we got freshmen, we got sophomores, we got juniors. We don't have all that many seniors. He said, we're good. But boy, when you allow yourself to think just a little bit about the next year, they could be real good.
Mark Mears is one of the best when it comes to WPIAL wrestling and especially coaching it. And, Mike, I will point this out. In one of my discussions with Coach Mears, he mentioned the fact that he feels like he has done what he set out to do whenever he came back to Greater Latrobe. He told himself, I'm going to build this program to something great. And, Mike, I think you would agree. He's definitely done that.
Oh, there's no doubt. And he's done it the right way. He's got interest back in the junior high and the middle school. And, you see the guys that he throws out on the mat every night. This is quality stuff now, just like it was several years ago.
And I will also say this. I was here setting up for our broadcast, and I got a chance to see that, both the middle school and the JV match, and there had to have been 30 kids sitting out here for both these teams. These are two programs on the rise, and it definitely shows. And when we talk about other teams on the rise, like Connellsville, they come into this matchup. They are 1-0 in the section, 5-1 on the season. Their last matchup was a 77 domination over McKeesport on senior night. They also wrestled at the WRWC Arms Classic, where they went 2-1 in that matchup. So, Mike, Coach Mears, he has a real bear sitting across from him on the other side of that mat.
And he knows that. He knows that, he hopes he can get into a position where he can move things around a little bit as the match unfolds to give them the best chance to win at the end. But he knows that's not going to be easy, because just as much as their Latrobe is loaded, they're pretty loaded over the other side of the mat too.
So we talk about how loaded the Wildcats are, and when you talk about players or wrestlers that they have that are loaded, Willichell is one of those wrestlers that come to my mind. I mean, he having his 100th win during the WCCA tournament last weekend, where the Wildcats, for the third time in a row, won the championship at that tournament. So, I mean, Willichell, I would argue, Mike, is the anchor for this wrestling team.
No doubt. And there's history in his family. His brother won the state title X number of years ago. And, yeah, for them to win that tournament 3 years in a row, I've been covering that tournament at newspapers since 83, 84.
84?
So, seen a lot of pretty good guys go through.
Yeah.
And saw a lot of pretty good teams go through. I don't know how many teams have won it 3 years in a row, but this puts them in some elite company to have won it these last 3 years. And the tournament, not all the teams are as strong as they used to be, but they're still pretty good. Three years in a row in that tournament, phew.
So with that, we're going to respectfully step aside for the national anthem.
Now, let's introduce the starting lineups. At 107 pounds for Connellsville, Tommy Gretz or Nolan Rice. For Greater Latrobe, Brody Bronson. At 114 pounds for Connellsville, Landon Lennon. And for your Greater Latrobe Wildcats, Leo Joseph. At 121 pounds for Connellsville, Zachary Franks or Chase Sparks. And for your Wildcats, Justice Newman, Evan Pankos, or Luke Willishow. At 127 pounds for Connellsville, Zach Franks or Chase Sparks. And for your Wildcats, Jacob Braun. At 133 pounds for Connellsville, Alexander Fletcher or Kai Velma. And for your Great Lakes Wildcats, Austin Latiker. At 139 pounds for Connellsville, Parker Lembo or Julian Ruggieri. And for your Greater Latrobe Wildcats, Brady Cole. At 145 pounds for Connellsville, Dominic Black or Evan Petrovich. And for your Wildcats, Lucas Braun. At 152 pounds for Connellsville, Carter Wilson. And for your Great Latrobe Wildcats, Cole Short. At 160 pounds for Connellsville, Simon Ganelli or Lonzy Vilma. And for your Wildcats, Braden Bronson. At 172 pounds for Connellsville, Crew Harwell, Cooper Lembo, or Nicholas Rohal. And for your Wildcats, Hunter Snyder. At 189 pounds for Connellsville, Ryan Brown. And for your Great Latrobe Wildcats, Brock Mears. At 215 pounds for Connellsville, Chris Cook or Rogan Hollis. And for your Great Latrobe Wildcats, Owen Burkett, Cody Kroll, or Chase McIntyre. And at heavyweight for the Connellsville Falcons, Tyler Gallus. And for your Wildcats, Marco Scarton. Let's get ready to wrestle.
So again, folks, that will do it for our pregame show. Thank you, St. Vincent College, as always, for sponsoring our pregame show. St. Vincent College, together we rise. And Mike, as we mentioned, how big these teams are. I mean, these are full wrestling teams, and I talk about this every single time we come to the den. The spotlight here, for me as a wrestler, tells me that this is a wrestling school, Mike.
There's no doubt, and they added to that last night when the girls had their first ever wrestling dual meet. They wrestled Burl, and they did the same thing. They had the spotlight on. It was really cool, and it was a nice group of fans that came out. It's still a growing process for Latrobe's girls, but they competed. It was a good night all around, but this has been a big addition, this light.
Now, I grew up wrestling in District 10, so whenever we wrestled sections in districts, the only school, based off of my memory, that had a spotlight there at the center was at Sharon High School. If you know where that is at home, a beautiful area and a great wrestling team. But I think we're ready to get started tonight at 145 pounds. Waiting for somebody to walk out onto the mat.
Here comes somebody. No, that's a coach.
And Coach Mears wondering, hey, what's going on, guys? You're the visiting team. You got to send out your wrestler first. Let's go.
There he is.
And coming out onto the mat is Connellsville.
Wrestling at 145 pounds for Connellsville, Evan Petrovich.
It's Petrovich who is given a forfeit, so the night starts out with Connellsville having 6.
Well, we were assumed there were going to be a couple of those, but just didn't know where. Hate to start off down 6-0, but we'll see.
We'll have to see if the Wildcats can wrestle back. And we'll move on to 152 pounds.
Now wrestling at 152 pounds for Connellsville, Carter Wilson. And for your Great Latrobe Wildcats, Lucas Braun.
Lucas Braun wasting no time, going for the shot. Out on a sprawl is Connellsville, trying to step through, tied up at the head. In neutral, moving towards the far side. Shot taken out of bounds, and moving back to the center is Braun. Wrestlers fighting towards the center of the mat. 1:38 on the rolling clock here in the first period. Shot on the single leg is Braun. Trying to fight down from the sprawl. Underhook on the left leg. Out the back door. Braun tries to go. He still has the single leg, trying to get an ankle around it to try to climb the tree. Fights through, head on the side. That should be 2, and there it is. And now Braun has to fight on top. And, Mike, that's a tough position to have, a sprawl on top of you and having to crawl through that. Great work there by Braun.
That wasn't a leisurely little stroll. He had to fight his way through there.
So now fighting up to a 4-point base is Connellsville. Braun down the knee and lets him out for 2. It's now 2-1 here with under a minute left to go in the first period for the first official match of the evening. Fighting and out of bounds, so back to the center we go.
Pretty evenly matched so far.
So fighting in the center. Again, 45 seconds left in the first period. All tied up in the neutral position are both of our wrestlers here at 152 pounds. The shot taken by Connellsville does not land. Braun falls down on the ankle, has to fight through, has a hand on the head as Connellsville steps up, has to cut down the other leg, could try to get 2, but could be out of bounds, and he is. And Coach Mears letting Braun know he needs to try to fight more towards the center. 26 seconds left on the clock. Tied up at the head, I imagine that Braun is going to take a shot, surprising there with a long double, fights down to a single leg, has to try to pull it in. And pulls it up to the single leg and snaps him down. Did he get it? 10 seconds left. They say no. They say he was back up before Braun was able to gain hip control. Wow. Trying to throw it through. 3 seconds left. Braun trying to hold on to the double. Hands around the waist, and that will do it for the first period.
I thought he had the second one.
No.
That was just me.
You thought he was still in bounds?
Yes. Yep. And I thought he brought him back. I don't know what was missing there.
I guess the referees thought they were out of bounds. But I'm with you. I mean, I guess sometimes whenever they have that spotlight, the edges of that back, it's a little fuzzy.
Could very well.
So now in the second period, Connellsville takes bottom, and now Braun with the 2-on-1 while he rides on top. Moves out to the side. Still 2-on-1 is fighting Braun, but Connellsville turtles down trying to break away, and he does. Braun now with a hand on the shoulder and one in the hip. Trying to ride him down. Standing up, Connellsville, and that's one more point. We're now all tied up at 2 here at 152 pounds. Braun in his last wrestling match against Henfield here at the Den. It was a pin. Would love to double that up and nullify the forfeit that the Wildcats gave up earlier. Braun still trying to fight off a shot. And near the edge of the mat, Braun will have to try to bring it back in. Still in bounds. Has an ankle. Connellsville trying to pull it in. And they will be called out of bounds.
I'm just going to say, that's about as close to a stalemate as you can get right there, I think. He could have called that as well.
So under a minute left to go, all tied up at 2. Lucas Braun being shoved down to the mat. Tries to get a toss with the underhook. Can't get it to go. Has the headlock. Could be tossed here. Has an ankle as Connellsville and out of bounds.
Tell you what, these young Latrobe kids, they're carrying on what's become kind of a tradition with these wrestlers. Latrobe's wrestlers, especially the good ones over the years, have been very aggressive. You know, they know what they can get, and a lot of times they get it.
So Braun with the over-under with 24 seconds left in the second period. Still fighting on that shoulder. Carter Wilson shooting in is Braun. He has 2-on-1. He already scored a takedown earlier in the match with a 2-on-1. Holding on to it is Wilson. He's trying to hold on to the 3-second advantage, and he will. And Mike, we head into this third period all tied up at 2, and Braun chooses down.
Well, from what I've seen, I don't think that's a bad call. He's been pretty good. He hasn't gotten out all the time, but he's gotten, into a better position where out from like right here.
So all tied up at 2 here in the third period. Connellsville as a team has a 6-point lead on the match this evening as they earned a forfeit at 145 pounds. Wilson riding on top after Braun chose bottom to head into this third period. Getting the half on that shoulder that's all wrapped up is Wilson. Wilson trying to step through. Braun not letting him. He has a strong base here. And Wilson looking over at coach. He has a 2-on-1. He has one hand on the wrist and has a half in, the half Nelson. Braun fighting back up to a base. Sits out. Tries to pull away. All he needs is 1 point. Braun is standing. But Wilson still has his arms around his waist. Tries to lift him at 152 pounds and doubles down on his ankles and brings Braun back down to the mat. Crossface comes in by Wilson. Braun takes control of the wrist, has to fight through. Wilson hops out to the side and sits on Braun's left knee. Braun standing up. The leg in by Wilson on the left leg of Braun. Wilson tries to pull him through. He has the 2-on-1, and he tries to, and Braun tries to sit on him, and he will not.
Nope.
40 seconds left here. Braun is all tied up at 2 with Wilson. Needs one singular point. Needs to get out here, and he will win the first match of the night here for Greater Latrobe. Lucas Braun still trying to fight through. Has to stand up. Can't do it as he's brought back down to the mat here on the near side, and they'll head back to the center as they're called out of bounds.
Wilson has wrapped him up. I mean, there's no wiggle room at all down there. Looked like he was going to get out the one time, and he just closed it down real quick.
Caution on Braun. His hands were not on the line correctly for the bottom position. So, Wilson. Braun needs 1 point to win this match. Fighting through. Step up. Brought down very cleanly was Wilson. A very nice takedown as Braun tried to stand up. He tries to sit out. He cannot. Lucas Braun reaches back.
Nope.
And that will do it. And Mike, how about it? For the first time tonight, we're going to go into overtime.
Yep. Boy, that was some ride.
And so we start out here. Bronson has the lone takedown in his match. He has to try to fight for the single leg. Heavy hands coming here by both Wilson and Lucas Braun. Braun tries to shoot from the tie-up. He cannot. Try to be pulled down. Does he have hip control? He does not. And Braun pulls on top of him. They still say, and there it is. Lucas Braun in overtime gets the takedown. And on the decision in overtime, Mike, if that's how we start out this evening, I am electric.
That was that was some pretty good wrestling right there. And you wouldn't have thought the way Wilson rode him that he would be able to get an advantage like that, but boy, he found it.
No, with the way that Wilson rode him the entire match, I thought that he was going to hold him down for the majority of the evening.
Yep.
I thought we were going to go into a final ride out of, if I'm being totally honest.
Wouldn't have surprised me.
So coming out now at 160 pounds.
Now wrestling at 160 pounds for Connellsville, Monty Vilma, and for your Greater Latrobe Wildcats, Cole Short.
Cole Short and Vilma are now out there at 160 pounds. Wildcats still trail by 3 as the last match was only a decision. And back to the center. And Mike, do you think that's going to come back and haunt the Wildcats?
Could, obviously, but the way that one went, I don't know how you bet these the rest of the way out. I mean, because I wouldn't have bet a nickel on the outcome of that one. Not the way that was going.
So now it's Vilma pulling down Short in a tight headlock, and he pulls him down. That's 2 with hip control. And the first takedown of this match. Now it's up to Short to fight from the base, and Mike, the aggression from Vilma is very admirable as he throws in a double leg.
Yes, he is. He hasn't stopped since he got on him.
I mean, that's a confident wrestler right there to not only throw in a single leg, but 2 legs. I mean, my goodness.
These boys, I think, know what they're doing.
At the varsity level. Now, unfortunately, my legs were a little too short to ever run legs whenever I was wrestling in high school, but I know that some kids with real long, lanky legs, they could run it with the best of them.
Yep. And that's such a big advantage, too.
So Short was able to stand up, but another takedown by Vilma. So now we sit at 4-1, and Short is brought back to the center of the mat with under a minute left to go here in the first period. And Vilma will let him back up.
Just going to let him up.
So we're back at neutral. Short trying to pull him down. Vilma drags Short back. Snaps the head, grabs the single leg, could get the cradle pin here. He has him on his back, and Short fights away, and no, they're going to call him as a pin. That was real quick right there, Mike.
Sure was. But he rocked a couple times before he actually slapped the mat.
Well, just like that, it's 3-12.
This is where Latrobe needs to get a win of some sort, because you don't want this getting away from you here real quick.
So I believe that is Nathan Sabota who is out there right now.
Now wrestling at 172 pounds for Connellsville, Nicholas Romo. For your Greater Latrobe Wildcats, Braden Bronson.
It's Braden Bronson who is out there wrestling now at 172 pounds. So the Wildcats trail 3-12 here against Connellsville. And Roll trying to snap him down. Bronson's all tied up. And Mike, sometimes a little bit underappreciated in the wrestling community, but the mullet here by Connellsville is quite impressive here on Rowell.
Yep, that's a good one.
And a takedown by Rowell, so Bronson will head back to the center of the mat. Down. He is now down 2-0 here in this match at 172 pounds.
We have some of them wandering the halls here at
Do we really?
Greater Latrobe.
I know that some of the players on the hockey team, whenever I did sports at IUP, a lot of the hockey players, that was the fashionable thing, was to have a gorgeous mullet.
We got them. I couldn't do that. Well,
no?
Not now.
I think you could. I think you could, Mike.
Your eye's not doing well?
So now able to escape is Bronson. It's 2-1 here with Rowell leading. With 1 minute left to go here in the first period. Bronson able to get down on a leg. He's able to get the takedown. He needs to be able to climb up, though. He does not have control, and they'll give it to him there. It's now 3-2 Bronson. Bronson still trying to hold on to Rowell. Rowell trying to crawl towards the edge of the mat. And Bronson has to try to let him get back up as he can try to make a move here. Bronson hanging over the top with a hand on the navel. Trying to break him down is Bronson. 28 seconds left to go in the first period. Braden Bronson still fighting on top. He has an arm over top. Crossface comes in. Could go for a crossface cradle. Rowell trying to fight back to his base, but Bronson has a hook on his left leg. Now fighting back to his base is Rowell, who needs to stand up. He has 8 seconds left to go. Can Rowell get away here and tie it up, heading into number 2? Bronson still holding on, and that is an escape, and that will do it. We now head into period number 2, Mike, all tied up at 3.
Again, I think this is what we're going to see a lot of. A lot of these great individual fights, in between the circles. A lot of talent out there.
So Rowell chooses down, so Bronson climbs on top. Braden Bronson tries to break him down. Trying to roll through from bottom is Rowell. He can't get away. Bronson still holds on to a 2-on-1. Loses the 2-on-1. Now it's just a single hand on the left wrist. Bronson on the near side. Rowell still trying to fight up. Tied up at 3 here. An escape here for Rowell would really help Connellsville. Even though the team leads 12-3, Bronson, a pin, would allow the Wildcats to get back into this matchup, Mike.
Yep. They need something to get them going. They got that first win, but it's been good wrestling, but they've not created a lot of excitement. That's what they got to do.
So Rowell able to get control of the leg. Bronson still trying to fight on top. Can't get the body scissor. Still trying to fight. Control is still given to Bronson. Rowell starts to circle around. Bronson holding on to his own leg so as to avoid the body scissor. And Rowell is able to get the reversal.
That's a tough way to go.
So now Braun is down 5-3. Needs to fight back up to a base, and he does. Needs to escape with 43 seconds left to go in the second period. Can Bronson fight up? He's fighting up to a 4-point base. He cannot. He gets cradled. Bronson could get pinned, and this could get ugly for the Wildcats here at the Den. Still fighting is Bronson. Bronson still trying to fight away. The referee holding 3 in his back pocket, and he will pin him. And Mike, it gets ugly here at the Den.
it was, I mean, he had that in way too deep. Bronson really didn't have a chance.
So that's the second match in a row, Mike, that is a pin for Connellsville. They got to be feeling themselves right now. Definitely some swagger heading into the den.
Yep. Well, I mean, they know they're good. They're ranked second in the WPIAL. So they know what they can do. But to come in here and do that here, it's pretty good.
Yeah, that's definitely something to tip your hat to. So now we move on to 190 pounds.
Now wrestling at 189 pounds for Connellsville, Cooper Lembo, and for your Wildcats, Hunter Snyder.
Hunter Snyder and Lembo for Connellsville. And ripping off the headpiece. And Mike, a headbutt right there. Not an intentional headbutt, nothing flagrant, but definitely some aggression being shown between these two.
Just a little, hi, I'm over here. Just want to remind you.
And I think that the headpiece for Connellsville is broken, Mike.
Kind of looked that way, didn't it? Got the coach looking now.
Lembo steps up here. He weighed in for the weight class at 172, and he has moved up to 190 or 189 for this weight class. So it just shows you the chess match that is high school wrestling there, Mike.
And you know, when I saw those two come out, I said, boy, the Latrobe kid looks smaller than the other kid. No? There's a reason.
But
not a whole lot, but he looks a little thinner than him.
I will say this. I imagine, if I am correct, which I believe I am, no, Snyder's a freshman. I thought that he was going to – usually a more well-cut wrestler like Snyder, you can tell, is usually an older veteran wrestler. But I'm telling you what, this kid is built to wrestle. So we're back at it here after a headpiece was able to be provided to Connellsville. Snyder trying to get the toss by, and he will get it. That's two. But Connellsville trying to fight. Lembo holds down Snyder. Hunter Snyder trying to hold on for that 2 points and rolling through and brought back to a headlock. Connellsville has an 18-3 lead here over the Wildcats at home. Wrestling is Hunter Snyder and Lembo. Lembo is able to escape. It's now 2-1. With Snyder maintaining the lead here in the first period. Snyder holding on to the center of the mat. Not too afraid of Lembo, and knows that Lembo being on the outer ring there, Mike, would draw a stalling call.
Mm-hmm.
Now we're all tied up. Trying to get another toss by is Snyder. He cannot get it to go. Snyder fights by Lembo. Snyder trying to get around, but he cannot. Headlock by Snyder. Toss by, comes around the back door, and he's able to get it.
Slick move.
And that's another thing, Mike. That wasn't so much a leg takedown. Snyder just pulled him down and tossed him aside.
Yep, he did.
So now with a 4-1 lead here with 22 seconds left in the first period. At 189 pounds, it's Hunter Snyder on top of Lembo. Hunter Snyder has a hand on the crossface. Lembo trying to fight off of it on the far side of the mat. And Hunter Snyder, I imagine, is just going to ride out the rest of this first period, which would be smart. He gets an over and under, a hand on the thigh, an arm on the shoulder, and that will do it for the first period. Lembo, being Connellsville, won the coin toss at the beginning of the match, and they defer. And Coach Mears chooses down. And, Mike, I will say this. I think every coach chooses down whenever the referee points to them and wants to know what they want to say.
I can't remember a whole lot of coaches wanting up. No, that's just a free invitation to create a little offense, and I think they'd like that most times.
So Hunter Snyder takes the stance. He is given a caution as his knees are ahead of the line. So 2 minutes are on the clock here in period number 2. Lembo tries to hold down Snyder on the first move, and Snyder is able to work up to a 3-point base. He loses it. And now up to 4, has to fight off Lembo, and he does. Hunter Snyder extends his lead here in this match. It's now 5-1 Snyder. Hunter Snyder maintaining the center of the mat. takes a snap, takes a shot on the single leg, pulls him down, and they're going to give him 2 there for the hip control, and out of bounds goes Lembo.
He's pretty quick, too.
My goodness. Mike, this freshman, he's unstoppable.
What's his record?
I do not have that off the top of my head, but I will say this. Snyder is definitely one of the many wrestlers who did place in the top 5 whenever they went to WCCA. I can tell you that for a fact. He placed first. All right. Well, Hunter Snyder truly proving that he is a star here. So he wrestled at a lower weight class, but he was still first place. Mike is first place, especially at WCCA.
County tournament's awfully hard to win.
And so it's 7-1 for Hunter Snyder, who is able to have 2 legs in, trying to just rip off the face of Lembaugh. But he will not be able to. He has 2 legs in and has control of the wrist. Crossface comes in. And, Mike, that has to be brutal to be down there for Lembaugh.
He keeps popping you.
And Power Nelson coming here as Lembaugh tries to fight on the leg that's inside, and he cannot get it. Snyder has to be careful. Doesn't want that hold to get dangerous.
No.
And he's able to let it go. Still trying to fight him down with the crossface is Snyder. 32 seconds left at 189 pounds in the second period for Hunter Snyder. Hunter Snyder still trying to rip off the face of Lembaugh. Trying to fight in the half Nelson. 16 seconds left. Snyder with more cross faces. At what point does Lembaugh just go, listen, I got to get up and I got to do it now?
I didn't wrestle, so I don't know firsthand.
Well,
I would not like being on the bottom and getting a guy's forearm across my face.
Well, I'll tell you, Mike, I did wrestle, and that was brutal. Whenever you had a guy that had a great crossface, especially because of the crossface, you're trying to get that bone on your thumb across their face. And I'm telling you what, there are guys, they would just drag it all over your face if you just laid out on bottom. So I imagine for Lembaugh, getting up out of this bottom is crucial for him here in the third period. Not just for points, but just for the sake of his face.
He's going to let him up.
An optional start called by Snyder. And he takes him down immediately. An interesting start here.
That was pretty quick.
And goes for the headlock. Snyder still maintains possession. Hunter Snyder trying to pull down Lembaugh. Gets the leg. Still maintains the headlock and now comes around the backside to maintain possession. Tries to give Lembaugh. I thought he tried to give him a headlock again, but Lembaugh would not take it. And the cradle there rolling through is Snyder. He could get the pin here, and this could be the spark that the Wildcats need. Folks, you heard it here. Mike DeDurit said that the Wildcats had to get a pin here to get back into this matchup, and Mike, they certainly did it.
I'm 1 for 1.
Well, let's keep the streak rolling. How about that?
Okay.
And, Mike, I would argue this is my favorite part of high school wrestling right here. When you get to 215 and 285, this is high school wrestling.
We've had some great athletes in Westmoreland County. 285. Remember Mike Kirkling?
Oh, absolutely.
Boy, he was good that year. He won the state title. Man.
So it's Chris Cook and Cody Krall here at 215. Wildcats trail by 9 here in this matchup. And we're starting to get into the heavier weight classes. Tied up is Krall. Cook pulling down on the head. Has control right now. And circling around the outside of the mat is Cody Krall. Tie up. Holding on to the head is Cook. Now trying to fight for hand position here in the neutral. And temple to temple, that's exactly how Coach writes it up whenever he's in practice. And a minute has gone by and still no takedowns or even attempts to bring him back down to the mat. Oh, there you go. A faked out shot there by Cook. But Krall is not phased. Cook is able to get a single leg, and he is called out of bounds. And I imagine, Mike, that Krall wrote that up exactly like that.
Yeah.
So Cody Krall still hand fighting. The only person who's even attempted a shot is Cook. So, Mike, I expect this top-bottom position from Cody Krall to be out of this world. If I'm being honest with the lack of attack that I'm seeing here at the neutral position.
Yep.
Still fighting. 25 seconds left to go. Trying to get a single leg is Cook. He can't get it to pull in. Krall around the edge. Tries to fake out a single leg. Can't get it. Can't get Cook to try to sprawl. So Krall goes back to the center of the mat.
This is how they became known as the Dancing Bears.
No, especially at this weight class.
Yep.
So trying to go for the throw by is Cook. Cook can't get it to go. And that will do it for the first period, Mike. I'm a little underwhelmed. I wanted to see some more attack.
Well, you're going to see something now. I don't know if it'll be attack or not, but they're going to have to move a little bit now.
So Cody Krall on the bottom. And we're off. Cook tries to maintain possession. Krall easily stands up there. Has to escape, and he does. We're back to neutral, and Mike, that's what I expected out of Krall. When you take that bottom, you just got to hop right back up.
Yep.
So a minute 43 on the clock here in the second period. Krall takes a 1-point lead. And, Mike, with the way that the Wildcats are down by 9, you got to start thinking pin here. You got to get those 6 points.
Yep. It's too many, they're going to start down into the lower weights now. And somebody took a finger in the eye. The Connellsville kid.
Yeah, that is Cook who took a finger to the eye. A lot of hand fighting, especially up near the headgear area for both wrestlers. And no, Mike, you're right. Once you get down to those lower weight classes, it's harder to get pins. They're going to wrestle out to gain decisions, and that's if you're the Wildcats, you can't get 2. You can't get 3 points. You got to get 6.
Yep.
Shot taken by Cook. Krall is trying to fight out of it, and he does. Cook trying to mount an offense, and Cody Krall did not like it. So trying to hold on to the center of the mat is Cody Krall. We are under a minute left here in the second period. Connor Cook moving towards the center of the mat. Both wrestlers at this point just hanging on each other. Over and under here by the big wrestlers and out of bounds. And stalling is called on
Green.
That would be Cody Krall that was called on the stall.
Yep.
So I forget that green is the home team. That's what they always assign it to. Green is home and red is away. So Krall is called for the stall. Another stall call, and he will be awarding points to Connor Cook. 20 seconds left to go. Both wrestlers need to try to mount some kind of offense. The over-under coming from Cody Krall. He's on the edge. Needs to do something with it here. Under 10 seconds. Cody Krall has an over and under. Needs to keep fighting to avoid a stalling call. Gets a double underhook. And out of bounds with 1.5 seconds left to go. So, Mike, I think we're going to head into this third period with a 1-0 score.
It's kind of reflective of what we've seen in the first 2 periods.
Absolutely. Very slow. Again, I wanted to see more offense, especially at these heavier weight classes. Usually these guys are tossing each other all over the mat.
Yep. That's sure not happened here.
And Cook also escapes, so now we're tied at 1. Offense from either wrestler is going to need to be needed here to break this tie. Single leg attempted by Cook. Cody Krall fights it off. The over and under shuffling is going on between both. Arm tie here by Cook. Needs to get out to the side. Goes for a single leg. Can't get it. And Krall could have really used an offensive attack there with the missed shot by Cook. Underhook by Cody Krall. Head to head go these two mighty wrestlers at 215 pounds. 1 minute, 15 seconds left to go. Tied up at 1. We already had one overtime match, Mike. I think we're about to get overtime match number 2 here this evening.
The chances are increasing every second.
I have a sinking feeling my dinner is going to be cold by the time I get home this evening.
You have a microwave.
So under a minute left to go here in the third period. Tied up at 1 at 2:15. Cody Crawl fighting on the edge. Needs to get behind. Has a single leg. And rolling out to the edge. And Coach Mears is fired up. There is some blood time for Cody Crawl. And Mike, if you're Coach Mears, what do you say?
You have to do something.
Yes.
You know, just dancing around is not going to get it. And this kid from Connellsville, he's not bad. So he's going to have to create some offense. And I've just not seen that.
Again, this is another match where, Mike, if we see a final ride-out, I wouldn't be surprised. These two wrestlers seem to have their biggest points coming from being on bottom and being able to escape very quickly.
Yep.
So we clean up the blood here from Cody Crawl. We're tied up at 1 here with 42 seconds left at 215 pounds. Connellsville leads 18-9 in team score here in this dual meet. Tied up, again, hanging on the head. Arm tie attempted by Cook. And Connellsville coach saying, Cody, you got to go get it. Underhook here by Crawl. Crawl trying to toss around Cook. Moving towards that brand new screened scorer's table that Greater Latrobe recently purchased. I imagine Zach High would appreciate it. More blood time for Cody Crawl. And again, Mike, that brand new scorer's table with the big fancy screen. I remember Zach Hyde mentioning, listen, I don't want to roll that out for wrestling because those big kids, they're going to come rolling around. They're going to run right into this thing.
Mm-hmm.
And you and I both know Mike Premka would prefer it if they didn't do that.
That's a very kind way of saying it. Yes, sirree.
And I'm actually surprised with all the people here, Mike. I mean, these two schools aren't really that far apart, but still, I mean, there's so much blue and so much orange out there in the stands. Yep. I don't even know if I've seen a basketball game this packed.
And you add that to last night, and there wasn't this kind of crowd for the girls, but they had a nice crowd.
Mm-hmm.
You know, maybe we are a wrestling town.
Oh, I would agree with that statement. And now 15 seconds left. The mask goes on Cody Crawl to try to prevent any kind of bleeding from his nose. 7 seconds left. Crawl on the inside. Cook trying to maintain the outside position to avoid Crawl from getting 2. We're tied up at 1, and we head into our second overtime match.
Well, we got that going for us.
So the neutral position, the last overtime match, was able to be finished in this neutral position, but again, Mike, I think we're going to see a final ride out.
Mm-hmm.
Headlock by Crawl. Cody Crawl with the strap on his nose to prevent his nostril from bleeding any further. Still trying to maintain inside of the circle to avoid a stalling call. Shot attempted by Cook. Crawl still hanging on him. Headlock by Cook. Connor Cook has the opportunity to break the stalemate at 1. He's trying to pull down Crawl. Cody Crawl still maintain his composure with 20 seconds left here in the first period of overtime. Folks, if we don't break this tie in 15 seconds, we're heading into the final ride out. The tie-up is still here. 7 seconds. Connor Cook looking to try to mount some kind of offense. Cody Crawl. Heavy hand on the head. And we head into a final ride out.
It seems both of these guys like to go in the middle and lock up. And if something happens, fine. If not, that's okay too.
So because they won the coin toss, Connellsville is put on bottom. And the blue gets loud here. It's roaring in the den. Sit out attempted by Cook. Locking up is Crawl. Crawl trying to hold Cook down. Cook still trying to fight on the far side. Trying to push him out. And out of bounds. And Connellsville is furious. And Mike, I personally think that was the right call. I mean, I thought he was about to be on the hardwood.
Yeah, he was close.
Step out Cook. Cook still trying to escape. Holding on to a single leg is Cody Crawl, and he breaks away. A takedown here would allow Cook to fight off, and that will do it. But now Cody Kroll has an opportunity to tie it back up, Mike.
What kind of energy will he have on the bottom now after all of that?
And throwing in double legs immediately is Cook, and I think that Cody Kroll is cooked. A double leg, Cody Kroll trying to crawl out.
He may be getting some of those cross faces too.
Yeah, those tough cross faces coming from Cook. Connor Cook trying to pull over Cody Kroll. Cody Kroll will not be able to get out, and that is another win for Connellsville.
Two pretty close wrestlers there. But they both go back to their benches, and the coach is saying, more offense. We got to work on offense.
Agreed, because at this point in the year, you know, I would think, especially in February, I would like to start thinking that these coaches are starting to think about sections, starting to think about playoff wrestling, and you can't go into districts and regionals with no offense.
Nope. They were good at the defense. I mean, they were good defensive wrestlers, but that won't take you far.
So now it's the biggest part of the evening. And again, Mike, this is my favorite part of the evening. We enter heavyweight at 285. We have Marco Scarton, the junior, for Greater Latrobe. And for Connellsville, it's Tyler Gallus, the junior. And we were able to come up with those names pretty quickly, Mike, because of the fact that these two wrestlers are the only people at 285 on their respective teams.
Well, process of elimination.
So Gallus comes out swinging early, whereas Scarton is trying to hold on here. Two overhooks by Scarton and wrestling out of bounds. And again, I saw Zach Hyde jump to his feet immediately. Those heavyweights got close to his brand new scores table. So 1:39 left here in the first period. Wildcats trailed 9-21 here this evening from the Den. Folks, if you're just joining us, a little late to the show, but better late than never. Tristan Boylan alongside the one and only Mike DeDurich. Sorry, Mike. I promise I know your last name, but I saw the move, and I'm like, oh, my goodness, he got a takedown.
Oh, what's his name over there?
Yeah. No, stop that. You are a legend, especially in the halls of the school, Mike DeDurich. So Tyler Gallus is able to get the first takedown of this match. He leads 2-0 here with 1 minute and 3 seconds left to go on the rolling clock here in the first period. And Scarton trying to fight up from the bottom. Still maintaining his base. Crossface comes in, trying to scoot out is Scarton. Still riding on top is Gallus. Gallus still maintains on top. It's going to be up to Scarton to escape from the bottom.
Very tight.
And the pin almost coming here from Gallus. And this pin could make this night even more difficult for the Wildcats. Trying to pull the head up, trying to get the pin. This could be 6 more points for Connellsville. Still trying to pull down Scarton. Scarton fighting, and that will do it.
2.3 seconds left.
And that was all that separated the Wildcats from not being down by a whole host of points. And so now, Mike, we head on down to the lower half of the weight class. Brady Bronson for Greater Latrobe, but I believe this is Tommy Gretz. Either that or it's Nolan Rice for Connellsville. Now, Mike, would it surprise you if I told you that both these kids are freshmen?
Looking at them? No, it would not.
I can't name a time I've seen a senior at 107.
Oh, my. about the kid from Franklin Regional, whose name I forget, just won 4 state titles and 3
Oh, my goodness, I'm
NCAAs.
kicking myself. I know exactly who you're talking about.
Don't get old.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm starting to feel it here in my latter years.
We might see some action now.
Yeah, at these lower weight classes, they seem to move around a little bit more. Trying to fight through is Rice. Still unable to maintain possession. Brady Bronson gives up the 2 there, and the takedown is awarded to Connellsville. And the half Nelson here, real uptight. Fighting it from the side is Rice. He is able to move back and fights a leg in. So now pulling him to the side is Rice. Rice riding legs very tightly here on Bronson at 107 pounds. Still trying to fight out the double legs. The half Nelson comes in by Rice, and with that,
he's going to get some points.
I think that's going to do it. I mean, he has grapevines and everything. And oh my goodness, how is Bronson finding out of that one?
Wow. Yeah, I thought the couple times it was done.
15 seconds left.
You know, we have to be fair, too. It's a whole lot easier for these guys to come up with some of these moves than the 89 and 215 and 285 pound guys.
And that will do it for the first period.
7-0, I think.
I believe you're thinking about Spencer Lee.
Spencer Lee.
Again, whenever you said Franklin Regional, I heard Lee, but I couldn't remember the first name. That's
Wow.
right. But I believe Spencer Lee was at 120 whenever he was in high school. And I say that.
That's true. He never was all the way down, was he?
Yeah, he was a lighter guy, don't get me wrong, but he was never all the way down there.
No.
So fighting on the outside after being able to get the stand up is Rice. He leads 7-0 here over Brady Bronson. And a takedown will be awarded soon as Bronson still holds on to the arm, so Rice isn't given control quite yet. Rice needs to fight that arm free. No points awarded yet as Bronson still holds on to a leg. And there it is. I mean, Mike, we knew it was going to happen eventually.
He couldn't hold it off forever.
Yeah, not from that position
No.
anyways. So now Rice crawls on top, gets the crossface on Bronson, trying to go for the cradle. Has to pull him back with control. And there it is, the cradle, trying to kick out the support leg from Bronson. Bronson still arching, and that will be the pin. And Mike, at what point do you start to wonder if it's a little bit too out of reach for the Wildcats?
33-9. We're fastly approaching that, I think.
Well, luckily that for the Wildcats, one of their standout stars will be coming up to the mat here at 114 pounds. It's Leo Joseph heading out now. And Mike, I hear this walkout music, and I want to know, what would your walkout music be? I think it would be I Did It My Way by Frank Sinatra. I don't know. Just that's my guess.
That's the era.
And for Connellsville, it's Landon Lynn.
We didn't have wrestling at my school.
What? Shot taken by Joseph, starting out here fast, barely able to announce who the wrestlers are. Leo Joseph wants to make quick work of his opponent at 114 pounds. Joseph brings him down. Good slam there. As he brings down, that was Lynn, brought him down onto his hip. Leo Joseph has a leg in, the figure 4 on the knee, breaks it away. Crossface from Leo Joseph, puts his head into the tricep, tries to pull it back. Could go for a chicken wing here. And he lets Lynn up as Leo Joseph goes in for a shot immediately, falls onto the knee. Has to step through with it. He's being held down by Lynn. Circles around, corrals it, and that's 2 more points there. Leo Joseph is up by 4-1 here. A pin could allow the Wildcats to think about coming back into this match. But it will be tough. A lot of pins have been given up, Mike.
And that's almost the only way. I mean, you can get superior decisions and major decisions, but if you want to jump back in, you got to get some pins. You have to.
So fighting on the head is Leo Joseph. He has a leg inside. Crossface comes in. Under 30 seconds left to go here in the first period. And Mike, would you be surprised if I told you that right now, this match has more points scored in the first period than we had in the entire 215 weight class?
Not at all. Not at all.
So Lynn chooses bottom. And Leo Joseph crawls on top. And we're ready to go here in the second period. Joseph trying to lift Lynn. Lynn reaches back. Leo Joseph brings him back down, breaks the hold. Good move there, throws in his left leg. And Lynn trying to fight off of it, and that will do it for the rest of the first period. We move on to the second, and Joseph chooses down. And again, Mike, I expect this to be this should be a free point to Leo Joseph. I mean, a wrestler at his caliber, I mean, my goodness.
Yep.
Leo Joseph is pulled back down, stands up, has to fight off the tie, and he is brought back down to the mat cleanly by Lynn. And Leo Joseph still has his left ankle hooked up by Lynn. Joseph steps out of it. Leo Joseph crawling towards the edge of the mat and out of bounds. He will be brought back.
I'll still go with your statement.
So Leo Joseph still on bottom. Lynn able to hold him down for the first 30 seconds. Sit out by Joseph. And tried to do a standing reversal. Can't get it to go. So Lynn maintains control. Has a hand inside on the hip and out of bounds.
Lynn is very quick too.
I thought that Leo Joseph was setting up for a Granby roll, but I guess we'll have to see if he's going to try it again.
Mm-hmm.
And Connellsville, that's Lynn on top, and we're back at it. Leo Joseph immediately stands up, standing reversal, has to get the headlock. He does. He gets the escape. Can he get the 2? He's behind is Leo Joseph. Lifts up Lynn, brings him back down to the mat cleanly. That's 2 for Leo Joseph.
And there are the 3 points.
And now Leo Joseph leads 7-1 here.
Got the arm bar.
He does have the arm bar, but Mike, I will say, Leo Joseph needs a pin here. A win is not enough.
Nope.
So he has the figure 4 on the left thigh, is Leo Joseph. Has a crossface. And Lynn trying to do something. I think he's just trying to fight off the crossface because, again, as we've mentioned, that is not a great place to be, and the referee letting Leo Joseph know, dude, we want to see you start doing something here. You can't just hold on to a figure 4 on the thigh all evening.
Mm-mm.
Has the arm. Could go for the split. Does not get it. And still fighting. Still trying to get that arm on the far side for the chicken wing. Might not get it. Able to pull it behind. There you go. He has an arm. Has to get the wrist. And trying to get the cowboy tail here. And he pulls him back, but that will do it. That's 2 points for Leo Joseph. And consulting our referee. And Mike, I think that was 2.
No.
And he called it off.
Yep.
That was 2. At least it should have been.
Sure looked like he had started the motion for the second.
I thought that Coach Mears was arguing if it was 2 or 3. But no, that's... Leo Joseph says, no matter, I'm going to get that 2 back with an immediate takedown after Lynn chooses neutral. Lynn still trying to hold on. Leo Joseph still trying to climb the tree. Lynn still fighting. Leo Joseph still trying to climb. Has to watch the other edge of the mat. Still fighting.
He's turning him around.
And out of bounds. So Leo Joseph tried to get an immediate takedown after Lynn chose neutral. Leo Joseph, another quick single leg takedown. And the Wizard is in by Lynn, and he is taken down. The two there for Joseph, which I imagine he thought he should have got on the pullback tilt, but not quite.
Yep.
Leo Joseph puts in the double legs, stretches out Lynn, goes on the figure four on the left leg. Crossface comes in, under a minute left to go here in the third period, and Mike again, Joseph needs to be thinking pin.
And he's got a tough time because Lynn is real comfortable laying flat down there.
And with those crossfaces, I would be comfortable, but
well, I was going to say, well,
maybe Lynn's a little bit tougher than I am. You never know.
Yeah, except for the crossface, maybe.
Still holding on, still trying to get back points is Leo Joseph. He needs the pin here with 20 seconds left to go. Leo Joseph is not able to get any back points off of that figure four. Throws an arm in. Is trying to pull Lynn back again for a tilt. And he will get it. But again, he should have been looking for a pin. 2, and I think they're going to call 3, and that will do it. 3 back points given up by Lynn. So major decision here, but Mike again, he should have been thinking pin.
Still down by 20.
So it's 13-33 as we head into 121 pounds. At 121, Zach Franks, I believe, is the one that's going to be coming out now for Greater Latrobe. Or no, that's going to be for Connellsville. For Greater Latrobe at 121. I believe that's Pancast. Because that's definitely not Willichell. That's not Luke Willichell.
No.
Wrestling at 121 pounds for Connellsville, Zach Franks. And for your Greater Latrobe Wildcats, Luke Willichell.
It is Luke Willichell. Interesting. And a takedown immediately by Connellsville. I don't understand what Willichell's doing here.
That was different.
So Luke Willichell is on bottom. I think maybe the name Luke Willichell made a lot of us write off this Zach Franks, who is really putting it to Luke Willichell right now.
That was unusual.
Again, I thought that was Pancast because there is no name on the back of Willichell's singlet. I thought the younger Pancast would might not have it. They have an arm on the back for Franks, who keeps rolling. Willichell trying to get a tilt, but he will not get one. He still has a 2-point lead. Willichell trying to fight away, and he does. He gets the arm bar. Or at least he's trying to get an arm tie. Kicks out the leg of Franks and out of bounds. So back to the center we go between Willichell and Franks. Luke Willichell. Franks gets the single leg takedown again. Willichell has to fight off of it. He has the Wizard in. Has to step over it. Willichell again still fighting, and he's able to get a takedown. And he has the tilt on the near side. Trying to get a cradle is Willichell. And Franks has to fight back to his stomach. Mike, I thought that was going to be another takedown for Franks.
Sure looked like it.
So it's 6-2, Willichell leads. Wildcats trail 33-13. And Luke Willichell has a 2-on-1, tries to pull the arm back and maintains possession, gets the 3/4 half in, or the 3/4 Nelson in. And he has to be careful here. That could get dangerous. Trying to roll him around is Willichell. still has possession of the three-quarter Nelson, and that will do it for the first period. And we head into the second with Willichell up 6-2. And Connellsville will call neutral. Mike, are you surprised by that call?
Yeah, a little. Maybe they want to stay away from Willichell getting on top right away, and putting them away. I don't know. That's a crapshoot.
So Franks is able to fight Willichell out, and I wonder if that's because Franks has been hitting that single leg, dropping down to that ankle very easily.
Yep.
Trying to fight it is Luke Willichell. Snap up to Connellsville. Franks is still trying to fight at neutral with Luke Willichell. Throws it by. Gets too deep. Willichell's in trouble. He has the near side cradle. Luke Willichell is rolled over. Could Franks get the cradle pin? Luke Willichell is trying to roll over. And he could get the reversal here if they don't call him out of bounds. Luke Willichell still fighting. This is where the core strength comes in. Holding in the back pocket. It's 3 for Franks. Franks has Willichell on the ropes. Nearly pinned him there. And the referee trying to call all the Falcons off the mat. Luke Willichell still trying to fight off his back. Willichell able to roll around. That should be a reversal. And they call him out. They're going to give 3 to Franks. And they're going to say that Willichell is still down. Oh, interesting call there. I would have called the reversal, but
I thought 3 and 2 both. Yeah.
You can call me a little biased.
You're allowed to be.
So Willichell still on bottom. Barely fights off, and Franks will let him stand up. Mike, I got to say, Franks has really impressed me.
Because this is no hamburger he's playing against him. This is a guy with a little pedigree.
So 25 seconds left to go. It's all tied up at 7 after the near fall that Willichell gave up. Willichell locking arms between the legs of Franks. Willichell trying to get some kind of possession here. And the den is erupting with 2, and 2 there to Willichell. Getting the near fall is Willichell with the leg cradle. Mike, I can't tell you the last time I saw a leg cradle.
Don't see that. How about that?
And Luke Willichell gets a 5-point swing there over Franks. And blood time is given to Willichell. And Mike, I can't say it enough. How in the world did Luke Willichell get a leg cradle?
From where he was, I'd have said never. Not a chance. Shows you what I know.
The only time I've ever seen a leg cradle is whenever, the star senior wrestler would go out and wrestle some freshman who's his first year wrestling, and you get leg cradle. It's just a rite of passage for varsity wrestling.
Yep.
And so for Willichell to get that in a match, especially in a match that means something this evening, he needs a pin. The Wildcats need some pins back to back, and they need them bad.
Yeah, counting this one, we have 4 matches left.
So back up to neutral. Willichell earns a point there. Luke Willichell trying to get a throw by, can't get it to go. Franks trying to pull down on the ankle. Willichell pulls him down. That's 2 more. Luke Willichell. Crossface. Tries to get the near side cradle. Pulls up the leg. And he gets the cradle and he sits him back. And you could see the red face of Frank.
Yep.
As Willichell squeezes, and that's a pin. Mike, how badly did the Wildcats need that one?
That was the lifeline. Now they're still alive.
So Willichell picks up the nose plug, and they will quickly throw that one away. So now we move on to 127. It's the senior, Jake Braun, coming out now for the Wildcats.
A little more excitement.
I believe this is Trent Hoffman for Connellsville, but we'll wait to hear for the announcement. as Hoffman is the junior.
Now wrestling at 127 pounds for Connellsville, Chase Sparks.
No, it's Chase Sparks, the freshman that they put out there against the senior Jacob Braun. Braun came out quickly. He has the arm tie. Goes for a double underhook. No, it's an over-under that he has on Sparks, the freshman. Fighting on the far side of the mat. Braun having his way with the freshman and out of bounds. And Braun jogs back to the center of the mat. And Mike, if you're Sparks and you see Braun is just jogging leisurely over to the center of the mat, you know he's not gassed even in the slightest.
No. Nope.
I know it's a little early in the match, but again, Braun, he has maintained control since the moment of the whistle blows.
Yes, he has.
And they're going to give 2 there for the takedown for Braun. And again, he just pulled Sparks down to the mat. No shot or anything, just drug him down. And trying to throw in a leg is Braun. He will get it.
Going way out on a limb, I'm guessing he's going for a pin too.
Yeah. I mean, that would pull the Wildcats to 25-33. They would still be down by 8, but it's not out of the realm of possibilities for sure. Trying to get the split here is Braun, and he almost got it. Holding him there, squeezing the thigh, giving up back points is Sparks. But again, Mike, if I'm Connellsville, that's fine. Give up back points. I don't care. Just don't get pinned.
Exactly right.
And getting onto the leg is Sparks. Sparks trying to fight inside. 3 points awarded to Braun for the back points on the near fall. And Braun's shoulder starting to get tweaked out a little bit there. The referee coming in to make sure it's not dangerous. Starting to get pretty dangerous there, and they will call the stalemate. Surprised they didn't call a stoppage for a dangerous play.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I've never seen an arm torqued like that.
Gee, wonder how bad that would hurt if I try to do that tonight.
So now Sparks underneath gets drugged down by Braun. Braun sitting on the hip, throws in a leg, but it's fought out by Sparks, and that will do it for the first period. So Braun, the senior, holds on to a 5-point lead right now. Jake Braun and Lucas Sparks. So Braun goes on bottom, and it's now up to him to fight out of it with a 5-point lead. But again, Mike, at this point, if I'm Braun, points don't matter.
Nope. They do not.
Standing reversal coming by way of Braun. Sparks, the freshman, is brought down. And now it's up to Braun to score the pin here and get the Wildcats back into this game here, or this matchup at the Den.
He's got a minute and a half against the freshman.
You like the odds?
This is where you got to do it.
Senior on freshman. Again, you would think the experience will definitely be a deciding factor as Braun pulls in Sparks. Sparks still trying to fight for the right leg of Braun.
He doesn't want to give that arm very easy either.
No, definitely not. I wouldn't want to give that arm to Braun either. I can only imagine the terrible things he has in store for it.
Mm-hmm.
And he pulls that arm back. Sparks is still trying to fight off the leg on the inside. He grabs it, freely giving up his arm there, and Braun still trying to find something here. It's just a ball of noodles, if I'm being honest right now.
Mm-hmm.
These two all tangled up. And trying to duck the head underneath of the arm is Braun. And he's trying to get the crucifix. I don't think he's going to get it. And getting the reversal could be Sparks, the freshman. And
Nope.
There we go. It's Braun coming out on top.
Go for it.
And Coach Mears is saying, quit giving up your back there. And again, you wonder if he's trying to get too fancy with it, Mike.
Yeah. Figures he can do stuff there that he can't do against the junior.
And the near side tilt, giving up 3 more back points, is Sparks. Braun now 10-0. But again, if you're Lucas Braun, you got to start thinking about a pin. I mean, he could get the cradle, and that will do it for period number 2 for Jake Braun.
Well, the other side of that is now he's got, what, 12? Is that what I
Nope,
see?
just 10.
10. Couple more of those three-pointers. That'll cut into the score as well. Nope, he's on his back. Connellsville.
Yep, Sparks is brought to his back as Braun is leaning the hip in. He's not going to get a pin, but definitely could get some near fall points here. Can't lead too far, though. And 2 for the takedown for Braun. Again, it's 12-10. 3 more near fall points, and that will do it for Lucas Braun here in this match against the freshman. And again, you got to tip your hat to Sparks. If he gets tech fall, at least you didn't get pinned, kid.
Correct. He'll get claps on the shoulder when he gets over there.
Still trying to rip Sparks' head off is Braun with the half Nelson. He's trying to get the power half. Still trying to rip it. Is Braun. Gets it in deep. Could get the half under a minute. Sparks needs to keep fighting. Oh, Braun's starting to sink it. Braun gets it real tight, and that is the pin.
Winner by fall, Jacob Braun.
And Mike, how about that? Jacob Braun coming out in a big way. The Wildcats are now only down by 8.
2 matches to do it.
2 matches to score 8 points and defend the den. But they're going to have to do that with Austin Latiker, the junior at 133 who plays Renegade. I like that decision. And the snap. And Belmont. Belmont is the gentleman from Connellsville who's wrestling here at 133 pounds. Latiker for Greater Latrobe as they trail by 8 here. As Mike DeDurge pointed out, only 2 matches, and this is one of those 2 matches that they have to get those 8 points, Mike.
Yep. Regulation kind of scores won't work.
So Latiker gets the takedown. Or no, not Latiker gets the takedown. It's Connellsville who gets the takedown. And Latiker has to fight up from bottom. You're not going to get a pin there, Mike, if you're
no.
You're being thrown around on bottom.
Nope. Remember those couple times you told me earlier tonight, would you believe if I told you, would you believe that if I tell you that I covered Mark's state championship?
Like him wrestling in the state championship? No, I would not believe that. Why, did you?
I did.
Wow. That had to have been a heck of a match.
It was. It was a lot of fun. Every time I see him, I keep saying, well, you're going to say thank you again?
Yeah, for covering that match. Oh, that's awesome.
He's a good guy.
Yes, he is. Coach Mears, and very proud of his wrestling team. He is. You know better than I do, Mike, because you've had a little bit more tenure here than I do on the Wildcats Network, that it was a long time that the Wildcats wrestling team was just in a really tough spot.
Mm-hmm.
And then Coach Mears came and he said, listen, guys, I got this.
Yep. And that's pretty much the way it's been.
So Connellsville is still holding on to those 2 points after the takedown. Latiker is called for stalling on bottom, and he needs to fight out from the bottom because, again, without a pin here, Wildcats don't have a shot of defending the den this evening from Connellsville. And this would be the 2nd year in a row that the Wildcats have lost to Connellsville during the regular season.
Well, they could get a couple major decisions and tie it.
A tie would be nice. They lost by 1 last year when we were at Connellsville.
Yeah.
That was a tough match through and through for both sides. And that was the match that Vinny Kilcarry, a lot of people say he had to get that pin. He only beat a freshman by 1 point, Mike.
Yeah, I remember after reading about that after.
And you were like, what was going on?
Yeah. Was he sick or what?
I mean, there were questions about whether or not he was favoring a right or left shoulder.
Oh.
But, Vinny Kilkeary against a freshman. That should have been an open. Vinny Kilkeary against me, and I have like 140 pounds on Vinny Kilkeary. That should still be an open and shut case for him.
Well, he was a good wrestler.
So
this kid looks like his right shoulders. He was hanging on to it a little bit.
Yeah, Connellsville, the blast double almost ending up in the stands, back to neutral. And again, Connellsville still leads. They're up 3-0 here, as Latiker is trying to earn a win here for the Wildcats and allow them to defend the den this evening. Shot taken. It goes nowhere. And hand on the head, Latiker standing outside of the mat. Pulled back in. Double shot taken. Connellsville, 2 points there and out of bounds.
Well,
and if the Wildcats want to get back into this match, that is not the way to do it. So Latiker's still on bottom after being taken down. He needs to get up right here, right now. Flying back up to his base, Kai Vilma is still on top of Latiker. Vilma able to get a left hand on the left wrist of Latiker, still trying to fight for the other one. Has his left leg tied in, and he's going to let Latiker back up. And still showing physical domination so far in this match, Mike. Another blast double, just throwing Latiker to the ground.
Yep.
Vilma still has a 5-point advantage, 6-1 here at 133 pounds. As that's another takedown for Vilma. As Mike pointed out, this is one of 2 matches that the Wildcats need to win if they even have a hope of tying this matchup. And that's another takedown. At this point, Vilma is just having a takedown drill. He's up 10-2. Allows Latiker back up. And is probably looking for another double leg takedown out of bounds. And to tell you at home, folks, the excellence that this Connellsville team expects from the wrestlers. Velma is up by 9 points, and they're still getting on him about head control. But that just shows you the excellence that these coaches expect out of their wrestlers at Connellsville.
Technicians.
They remind me a lot of, so whenever I wrestled in District 10, the team to beat and the team that was considered the greatest of the greatest was Reynolds.
Oh.
Reynolds Wrestling is the best wrestling that I have ever seen in District 10, and they are sticklers for perfection. They have certain moves that they practice day in and day out that those wrestlers can do in their sleep, and I imagine that Connellsville is exactly the same way, Mike.
Yeah. And you would think Latrobe is too. A lot of the better schools do that sort of thing. The ones that aren't the better schools are just trying to hang on and try to be competitive.
So it's Vilma again. He still has a lead. It's 12-4 after allowing Latiker back up. He gets another takedown. That's 2 more. Trying to pull Latiker back into the center of the mat as Latiker tries to claw for salvation over on the hardwood. And brought him back down. Multiple Connellsville parents wanting a stalling call, but they will not get it, and out of bounds goes Latiker. I was going to say, Mike, I don't think that I was stalling. I'm not sure what your thoughts on it was, but I would say that, Latiker was just trying to play some smart tactics there.
Yeah.
And that's another takedown for Velma, and he's going to allow, or I think he's going to try to allow Latiker back up, and he's just pinning his head down. And they're going to give a point there for the stand-up to Latiker. And again, I think that right now this is just a takedown drill for Velma.
Yep.
Kai Velma is a phenomenal wrestler, at least from what I'm seeing.
He's been really dominant. Wow.
Another shot taken by Velma, another takedown. Latiker just trying not to get pinned right now. Head into the kidney from Velma. And he's going to allow Latiker back up again, but not without shoving his face back down to the mat. And take another out of bounds. As Latiker gets up, and Coach Mears letting Latiker know, hey, kid, you just got to keep your head in it. You got to keep fighting. At no point should you be giving up out there on the mat.
Nope.
Coach Mears didn't give up whenever he won his state title. That's all I'm saying.
No. He was good.
Another takedown for Vilma. Latiker getting back to his feet slowly. Another takedown by Velma. And up and down, out of bounds. 27 seconds left in this match. And, Mike, again, if unless Latiker has something in the tank that we don't know about, I think that this meet this evening is all done.
I think so, too.
I think Latiker is about to be 6, so we'll kind of pan away from that a little bit. We don't need to see that on the broadcast. But we pan over to Vilma, and Mike, Kai Vilma has done nothing but impress me so far in this match.
Winner by tech fall, Kai Vilma.
Tuck fall win. What year is Vilma?
I believe that Velma is a freshman. I was about to say at least a junior.
I would have guessed a junior. Freshman.
Yes, that's what we have on the roster provided to us by the WPIAL. So unless the WPIAL knows something that I don't, which could be possible, those guys know everything.
Well, just think about it. Mark knows that he has some good freshmen, as well as sophomores and juniors coming back next year.
Mm-hmm.
If that kid is an example of what they have coming back, we're going to have another meet like this. Maybe not this score, but another battle next year between these two.
And you know what? I welcome it. The senior Brady Cole out there now, wrestling for Greater Latrobe at 139 pounds. It's Ruggieri for Connellsville. He gets the takedown on Cole. And right now, again, a pin would be nice for the Wildcats, but I think that will make too much of a difference up on the scoreboard.
No.
Trying to get a pin is Ruggieri. And Cole does not want to be pinned as he fights out, and a good mat return there by Ruggieri. And even though, folks, there may be a mat down there, I'm telling you what, it's not great whenever you get returned to the mat down as cleanly as that.
Nope.
Ray Cole still trying to fight out, but Ruggieri has control. Is walking around the head. He has a chicken wing in his pocket. And is going over to the other side, looking for the chicken wing. He could get it. This could be the pin, and this could finish the night for the Wildcats. Double chicken wing. Holds the shoulder down, tries to scoop the head, and Cole is able to fight out.
Wow.
So he has a wrist in each hand, does Ruggieri. Head in the back of the head is Ruggieri. Trying to walk around again, trying to get the chicken wing here. And he does have it. Can Cole roll around? He might. He could get a reversal or at least an escape. And coming through the back door is Ruggieri. And a wheelbarrow and brought back down is Brady Cole, who I'm sure is just excited to be out from underneath.
Yeah.
And so now we head into the second period. Defer by Ruggieri. Brady Cole, the senior, chooses bottom. And again, I'm sure the Coach Mears wanted to take bottom, but Mike, after that double chicken wing, I'm not going on there. Another chicken wing pulled in by Ruggieri. Trying to get the wrist. He's able to get it, walks around the head. Brady Cole trying to fight it. Brought down. Doesn't want to get pinned as Cole. Still fighting off his back. Brady Cole did it earlier. Looking like the Andy Warhol Bridge out there with that type of an arch. Still trying to fight out. Ruggieri pulls him in. Cole fighting off his back. And Brady Cole pulls him into the headlock.
Good for him.
Still gives up 3 back points. But like you said, Mike, a tip of the hat. Some people would have given up there, but Brady Cole did not.
He did not. And here he goes again.
So near side cradle coming by Ruggieri. He gets the takedown there. Trying to pull through Cole. He snags the leg for a Turk cradle. But he will not get it, and he will not need it, and that will do it. that is the evening for the Wildcats. They lose 44-25. Mike, a tough evening for the Wildcats. I mean, with a den as packed as this, I thought that Greater Latrobe was going to have the advantage, but they were quiet because, I mean, Connellsville came out and silenced them immediately.
Connellsville's that good. You know, they just right